What happened to the $600 million FTX hack? On November 11th, 2022, the crypto world was shaken to its core when FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But just 24 hours later, the situation took a turn for the worse. $600 million was stolen from FTX wallets, leaving users unable to access their funds. At the time of the hack, FTX representatives told users in the firm's Telegram group that the situation was really bad and warned the users to stay away from the FTX website and app because it might have a dangerous Trojan virus. The once trusted crypto exchange, used by millions, now finds its long-earned reputation in ruins after facing bankruptcy and $1 million hack at the same time. But was the hack an inside job? Did Sam Bankman-Fried create a secret backdoor to steal users' funds without detection? Or was it the work of ruthless hackers trying to drain as much money as possible before the exchange went completely bankrupt? The questions still remain, and to get to the bottom of this puzzling situation, let's examine the events and theories and find out what really happened. To get to the roots of this hack, let's start by taking a look at the brief summary of what actually happened with FTX in the month of November, and how did it manage to go bankrupt. It all began with an explosive article by CoinDesk, which raised red flags about FTX's balance sheet and financial stability. The article revealed that the company had a significant portion of its assets in its own FTT tokens, causing a ripple of concern among investors. But it was a tweet by Binance CEO CZ that set off a chain reaction that would ultimately lead to FTX's downfall. CZ announced that he was liquidating all of his FTT tokens, and the panic spread like wildfire. The price of the token plummeted from $25 to $2 in just 4 days. FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried tried to calm the people by assuring investors that the company had enough reserves to buy back the tokens, but it was too late. FTX froze withdrawals and filed for bankruptcy, with Sam stepping down as CEO and being replaced by John Ray. The bankruptcy papers revealed a shocking lack of proper financial controls and information. The company's terms and conditions stated that users' funds would never be transferred to other companies. But it was later revealed that Sam had transferred a staggering $10 billion from FTX to Alameda Research. As the investigation continued, a mysterious backdoor was discovered in the company's books, allowing Sam to alter financial records at will without anyone noticing it. He used the money to do personal investments such as buying real estate and funding political campaigns. The mystery surrounding the FTX hack deepened as rumors and theories swirled about the possible culprit. As the story unfolded, one theory that quickly gained traction was that the company's own founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, may have had a hand in the multi-million-dollar theft. Investors pointed to his previous financial misdeeds, including a transfer of $10 billion from FTX to Alameda Research, where a significant portion of the funds went missing. This transfer, along with the discovery of a backdoor in the company's financial records, only added fuel to the fire of the suspicions surrounding SBF. But this was just one theory among many. Some speculated that the hacker could be a North Korean cybercriminal or a former employee with a grudge. The investigations revealed that FTX's security systems were alarmingly vulnerable, with private keys being shared through insecure email chains. It seemed possible that the hack was carried out by an outside party who managed to get their hands on the keys and stole the funds before the company went fully bankrupt. After the potential hack, the company rightfully took action to prevent the thief from stealing even more of its assets. The remaining funds were quickly transferred to cold storage, a separate secure location where no one could access them. But even with this precaution, the true identity of the hacker remained unknown, and they had ran away with all the money. For 5 tense days, speculation and rumors ran rampant as the public struggled to make sense of what had happened. Conspiracy theories abounded, with some blaming insiders and others pointing the finger at outside forces. Amidst the chaos, there were those who were left unable to access their money. With no concrete evidence to support any of the various theories, the situation seemed hopeless. Then, suddenly, a statement was released on the 18th of November stating, "The Securities Commission of the Bahamas, in the exercise of its powers, as regulator acting under the authority of an order made by the Supreme Court of the Bahamas, took the action of directing the transfer of all of the digital assets of FTX Digital Markets Limited to a digital wallet controlled by the Commission for Safekeeping. And so, the mystery behind the massive hack of FTX seemed to finally have been unraveled. The US-based bankruptcy administrators led by John Ray, who had taken control of FTX, claimed to have credible evidence in court filings that officials in the Bahamas had directed FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried to access FTX systems after the Chapter 11 filing for the purpose of obtaining digital assets of the debtors. The battle for control over the bankruptcy proceedings took a dramatic turn as officials in the Bahamas stepped in to seize the company's assets. The Bahamian Securities Commission believed that FTX Digital Markets Limited was not a part of the Delaware bankruptcy proceedings, which had been working on the case and therefore filed a separate Chapter 15 bankruptcy petition in federal court in New York. FTX Digital Markets Limited is a subsidiary of the FTX company that manages a significant portion of its operations from its headquarters located in the Bahamas. This subsidiary operates as a separate entity with its own management, administration, and operations, distinct from the parent company. As a separate branch, FTX Digital Markets may have different policies, procedures, and systems in place from the parent company. The Bahamian officials filed a Chapter 15 bankruptcy, which is used in cases where companies have debtors in multiple countries. However, the administrators of the Delaware bankruptcy saw this move as duplicative and confusing and asked the judge to combine the cases. The administrators of the Delaware case have accused FTX's founder Sam Bankman-Fried of attempting to subvert their efforts to clean up the mess left behind by FTX. They claimed that he pushed the second bankruptcy case brought by Bahamian officials, leading to the seizure of assets and creating a new layer of complexity in an already complex situation. The Bahamian government made a controversial move by seizing around $330 million worth of Ethereum, making them the 35th largest Ethereum whale in the world. This sudden acquisition of such a vast amount of cryptocurrency raised a lot of questions and doubts among the public. People were skeptical about the safety of their funds in the hands of the Bahamian government, which has a history of questionable actions. The delay in notification, the filing of a different bankruptcy case, and the absence of a clear motive behind the government's actions have led many to speculate that the Bahamian government was working in tandem with Sam Bankman-Fried. But this theory was quickly dismissed when he was sent to jail on December 12th in the Bahamas. However, the story doesn't end there. November 12th, the day of the FTX hack, there were actually two parties that took control of the stolen funds. One we can call the White Hat hacker, which was the Bahamian government, who seized the money for what appeared to be a good cause. The second wallet, however, was controlled by a Black Hat hacker, with the pure intention of stealing the money. The hacker stole around $300 million plus and transferred the stolen funds into various cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, MakerDAO's DAI stablecoin, and Binance's native token, BNB. The thieves' move was calculated, as they knew that stablecoins like USDC and USDT have freeze and blacklist functions that would allow users to confiscate the stolen funds. To prevent this, the thief incurred significant losses by swapping large amounts of tokens in quick succession, incurring slippage in the process. This was a clear indication that the wallet was not controlled by the Bahamian government or regulators, who would want to preserve assets for FTX creditors. The thief's next step was very crucial, as they knew that they needed to erase any trace of the stolen funds. They cleverly converted ETH into wrapped REN BTC and sent it through the REN bridge to the Bitcoin network. The thief was getting closer and closer to completely hiding their tracks and successfully laundering the ill-gotten assets. But the hackers' activities didn't end there. As they started selling ETH on the market to convert it to real cash, the price of the second largest cryptocurrency dropped. In batches of 15,000 tokens, they kept transferring more ETH, leading to speculation that they were about to sell another portion of their stash, but didn't do it for some reason. The true identity of this Black Hat hacker still remains unknown, leaving us to ponder who this cunning criminal could be. This hacker had no good intentions and siphoned all the money without even giving a single hint of his true identity. The aftermath of the massive FTX hack continues to unfold as court cases and official statements are made. This scam has shaken the entire cryptocurrency market, and its impact will be felt for some time to come due to the massive scale of the operation. Retail investors have been the hardest hit, losing their hard-earned money due to their trust in what seemed like a legitimate cryptocurrency exchange. The hack could have been prevented if FTX had stronger management, safe security measures, and most importantly, a trustworthy founder. The truth behind Sam Bankman-Fried's image eventually got revealed. He disguised himself as a nerdy and generous person, but in reality, he was misusing user funds for his own personal benefit. The issues FTX is currently facing can be traced back to his mismanagement, poor decision-making, and ego. Sam's deceitful actions have now been fully exposed. And to learn more about the downfall of FTX with all of the details, click the video you can see on your screen.